Hey guys, Rubber Tramp Renegade here. Today I'm going to be showing you what it cost me to build this little camper. Now, I am still missing a couple things. One, I'm going to put a toolbox on the tongue. That's about $100. Nothing major. I am going to be adding just a couple things. But overall, the build is complete. I've got everything I need. I could take this out and camp in it just like it is. So I'm going to start with the frame and what it cost me to build the frame, and then I'll move on to some other things. Now, everything I list here is going to be linked in the description below, so if there's something you need for your van build or your camper build, it's all going to be in the description. Just click the link. It'll either take you to Amazon. I got some of my parts at eTrailer.com, and then some parts you can find at Harbor Freight as well. So let's get started. So the metal for this is 2x2 square tubing. I can't remember the exact length of feet that I used. I think it's about 55 feet in length overall. I'll have to ask my buddy Evan, who actually built it. He bought all the steel for me. The metal was $300. And then Evan and I discussed what it would cost him to tack everything up together, weld it, and then paint the frame for me, and that ended up being another $300. So the camper frame itself cost me $600. The trailer jack on the tongue, that's another $33.99, so $34. The trailer hitch for the front and rear, one was $15.99, one was $12.99. The wheels and tires. Let me talk about these wheels and tires for just a second. I wanted a trailer that had the same wheels and tires as my truck overall, so that way if I have a flat, I can use the same spare for either the truck or the trailer. Evan, who built my frame for me, his dad actually has a Tacoma and had swapped the wheels. So he had these wheels that match my truck, and they already had brand new tires on them, and they are not the same tread pattern as my truck, but they're the same size. So he wanted $500 for the whole set. Now I tried to get him to sell me two, but he wanted to sell them all. That way he wouldn't be left with two. So I did buy all all four of the tires and wheels from him. So that was $500, and the tires are brand new. They hardly have any miles on them. So I do have two spare tires now. So then the axles. The axles are 2,000-pound Timbren axles. They're independent axles. They work independently of each other, and the total for those was $620.66. And then to get the hubs to match my wheels was another $84. So a couple more pieces of the trailer frame itself include the leveling jacks in the rear. There's two of them. You can buy them as a set. They are $36.99 from Harbor Freight. You can buy them on Amazon for about $55, but probably better quality on Amazon from what I've seen. But I can swap those out if they fail. They're easy to remove and replace. The hitch that I use is the lock and roll hitch. It's a two-piece system. There is a section on the trailer, and then there's a section on the truck. The section on the trailer is $103. The truck side is $171. So overall, it's close to $300 for just the hitch assembly, and that allows your trailer tongue to swivel this way, this way, just every which direction. So if I'm taking this down on a trail, it's not going to get in a bind with a regular 2-inch ball and coupler. Well, I could have used the 2-inch ball and coupler and saved about $250. So if you want to go that route, that's perfectly fine. I just chose to go with that lock and roll system. Alright, so after I had the frame built, I was ready to build the body. So to build the body, I ended up using 3/4 inch birch plywood, and I used a finished grade plywood. That way the inside would be a nice smooth finish. I could stain it, I could paint it, I could do whatever I wanted to with it, and it wouldn't have a lot of splinters or any defects. So that plywood is about $55 a sheet. I bought 6 sheets, but I ended up with 1 extra, so it took me 5 sheets of birch plywood to build this, and that came out to $279.90. I did buy some wood filler to fill my holes where all my screws went. Wood glue, as you know, I used a lot of wood glue for this, mainly on the outside of the body with the poor man's fiberglass. That was 2 gallons of that, cost me $35.94. Wood screws, another $4.72. And then drop cloths were about $55.38. So $56 for canvas drop cloths for the poor man's fiberglass on the body. Rust-Oleum paint was $37. Butyl tape was $15.99. Now I used butyl tape around all of the openings when I put my door on, when I put my window in, my roof fan, all of that. I did put a bead of butyl tape around the edge. That stuff it's pretty good stuff, and it's $15.99 for a roll. And I can't remember the footage, but I'll put it in the video. I think it was 30 feet. My window on the side there, that is a 20 by 24 inch window, and that was $139.95. I did buy it without the trim ring on the inside. You can buy it with the trim ring for like $20 more or so, but I just made my own trim ring out of some scrap plywood. The same 3/4 inch birch plywood that I used for the body. This door right here beside me is a Vintage Technologies door. It's a 26 by 32 door. I did buy that on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon, or you can buy it at Vintage Technologies website. But that was $363.95 just for one side. You can buy these as a set. I could have bought 2 doors for around $700 something. I could have put a door on each side, but I just chose to go with the one door and save some money. The rear hatch, I get a lot of questions about the rear hatch when I post pictures on other groups that I'm in. And that is a 24 by 36 baggage hatch for like a bus or a Class A RV. That was $164.95. I did get the 14 by 22 bubble skylight, which is basically like a plexiglass skylight. That was pretty cost effective. I mean, I'm happy with that one. It was $57.99, so just under $60 for that. That's my skylight there. Moving on, the fenders they're diamond plate fenders. They're on Amazon. I'll put a link. Last time I checked, they're not in stock right now. But they should be in stock soon. But you can find these on different sites for about the same cost. But those are $104 for the set of 2. And I'm happy with those. I did have to cut them and bend them out a little to fit my wheels and tires because my tires are so big. But I was able just to cut them right here and then bend them out, and then my buddy Evan welded them back up. I painted them black, and they look good. The Fantastic fan on the top is the 1250 series. I could have gone a little less on the series. I got an older model. I could have gone a little more expensive. I could have also used a different brand, but I went with the Fantastic fan brand on this one, and it was $169.95. My tail lights were $52.88. My stain for the inside cost me about $16.75. My mattress here, I was going to show you this mattress in another video, but I haven't really posted that yet. I may post it later, but this is a folding futon mattress for your home that you can fold it up like a couch or seating area, and you can lay it out if you have guests over. But it's 4-inch thick. It came wrapped in a box. I had to undo the box and let it air out, and it grew in size significantly, like a lot of the memory foam mattresses do. But it's in 4 sections. There's two larger sections here and then two smaller sections here, and it folds up. I did have to trim the side off to get it to fit in because it was too wide, but it wasn't a problem. I just unzipped the sleeve here, cut it off, put it back in, and then I just folded the extra fabric over, and it worked out nicely. But that was $124.99, so $125. I did buy a tube of Dicor sealant. That's that self-leveling lap sealant. I put that on the skylight and the roof fan. I got it in a gray color to match the paint here. I got a 12-volt extension cord, and I cut one end off. I used it for my fuse panel in the back, so when I get my Jackery or Gold Zero or whatever brand I end up deciding on, I'll be able to plug the electrical system into that portable battery and just use it that way. And that's one thing I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that I didn't have everything complete for the build, because that's probably $300 or $400 there. I don't have to have it to camp in it. I don't have to have it for the trailer to be complete, so I just left that off of the budget. Alright, the fuse panel was $13.99. I did put a hatch shock on my cargo hatch, and that was $50.49. My trailer wiring harness cost me a whole $12.99. The safety chains for my trailer cost me $12. Spray paint for the fenders and the roof rack were, let's see, that was $5.87. I've got, and the cargo rack itself I already had, but I did put it in the budget in case you were wondering what it costs to buy one. That cargo rack is $52.88. I did buy some plastic dip for the wheels to match my truck. That was another $5.82. Hardware just to bolt everything together, all the miscellaneous bolts and everything to put it together, was another $44.17. Now, I will say I have a bag of bolts left over because I didn't use them, so I could probably cut that hardware down to half of that, but I didn't want to go through and calculate what I actually used and what I didn't. So overall, the grand total is $39.99.96, so just under $4,000. So I'll show you there if it'll zoom in. $39.99.96. So for $4,000, I've got myself an off-road tiny teardrop camper. I know that's a lot of money. It's what I wanted to build, but if you've looked at these and looked at buying these, you'll know that these are, to buy one of these built, you're looking at $10,000 minimum. There are some other models out there, hiker trailers, that are more of a square frame. I think they start at $8,000, but they didn't quite have the off-road setup like I wanted. You can buy a hiker trailer with an off-road type axle. It just wasn't what I wanted. Then you start adding your fan, you start adding your electronics and different things, and then you get into $12,000, $13,000, $14,000, and I just did not want to spend that on a camper. So this is my budget camper, and I'm happy with it. I haven't camped in it yet, but I'm eager to, and I appreciate you guys watching along. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I know I rambled a lot in the video. It was basically just me talking, so I apologize, but some of you wanted to know what it would cost to build one of these, and that's what it cost me to build mine. I could have gone a little cheaper if I wanted to. If I would have gone with different axles, I could have easily gone with a straight axle, different hubs. I could have got some steel wheels and different tires. They didn't have to match my truck. I could have probably saved about $500–600 right there. And then the hitch on the front, you know, like I said, it was close to $300 for the pair. I could have got just a regular 2-inch ball coupler for $20. So I could probably shave $1,000 off of this build if I really wanted to. If you're thinking about building one of these, just do a little research, figure out what you want, figure out what you like, what you'll need in a camper. You might want one bigger than mine. Mine's just big enough to sleep in, and I'm happy with it. But some of you might need a little more room. But you know, if you're thinking about building one of these or building a van into a camper, it really doesn't take a whole lot of skill. Just draw it out, put it on paper, put your mind to it, and go for it. Just have fun with it. Like I said, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And I appreciate you watching, and y'all have a good one.